Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for today's session. Busy schedule. So today we have Prabhuji, His Grace, Dr. Chaitanya Prabhu. So last time we might have heard from Dasara Ramayana Katha. So this is the continuous. So we can welcome with Prabhuji to chant Hare Krishna Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I'm also welcoming all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking your time from your very busy schedules. I know it's a long weekend. You could have done so many other things, but all of you came here. My special gratitude to all of you. We can start with our prayers as usual. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय We can all chant together. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namah Vishnupadaya Krishnapristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you very much for coming. We will continue with hearing about the wonderful message of the Lord as given by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And as personally taught by the Lord in through his life as Lord Shri Krishna as well as Lord Ramchandra.
Children are having a different class for children.
Hare Hare Krishna. Because Dashara was right in the middle of this week, so we had pastimes of the Lord, Sri Ramchandra, in the last session, and we will continue with the pastimes. Last time we began with briefly discussing the qualities of Lord Ram. In fact, the Ramayana begins with these qualities. Who is truly virtuous? Who is truly heroic? And Valmiki Rishi, Maharshi Valmiki, through a series of questions, he asked Narad Muni, who is Viryavan? Who is Dharmagya? Right? Who is Kritagya? Who is Satyavakya? Who is Drudhavrata? Who is perfectly composed of noble character? Right? Who is entirely non-jealous? Right? Anusuyaka. Who is the well-wisher of all beings? Hita. Who is truly learned and intelligent? Vidwan. Who is Samarthyavan? Who is who has competence beyond any shadow of doubt, hmm? Who is Eka Priya Darshana, who is exceedingly beautiful to look at. I mean, once you start looking at Lord Ramchandra, you will not feel like stopping to look at him, right? Exceedingly beautiful to look at, who has perfect control over his mind and senses, who has subdued his anger, Jita Krodha, who is a radiant personality, Dyutiman, right? And even the gods fear him when his anger is aroused in battle. And we covered many pastimes of the Lord, right? Many lessons that we learned. But then in the latter part, we rushed through, right? Because we are short of time. So they gave me another opportunity. Okay, speak elaborately. So here we are today. So in the middle, we came to a point where Shurpanakha, right, Lord Ram, Lord Lakshman, Mother Sita, they are in Dandaka forest. And this is where, this is the heart, right, this is the seat of the Rakshasas. Very close to Dandaka is the place called Janasthan. And as we discussed, this was a very strategic place for the Rakshasas. For the protection of Lanka, they had stationed 14,000 Rakshasas at Janasthan. And these Rakshasas, right, they were not just staying there, right? From time to time, they would go into the entirety of Dandaka forest, they would harass the rishis. They had created big trouble for rishis. And as we discussed last time, Lord Ram, looking at the plight of the rishis had approached Lord Ramchandra, and Lord Ramchandra, out of his unlimited compassion, anyone who takes shelter in Lord Ram, they will never go back empty-handed. They will never go back empty-handed. So when the rishis they pleaded with Lord Ramchandra saw a stack of bones of the rishis that had been created, and so many rishis who were alive but who were badly mutilated, badly deformed by the demons, harassed by the demons. And they had taken shelter of the Lord. My dear Lord, it does not matter whether you are the king officially or not. For us, you are always our Lord, and we are your subjects. So please protect us. So at that time, Lord Ramchandra had taken a vow that he will rid the world of the Rakshasas. So, of the demoniac Rakshasas. Vibhishan was also from a Rakshasa family, right? But he was not demoniac. So, Lord Ramchandra installed him as the next king. So, and there was a conversation between Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra. The conflict between Lord Ram and the Rakshasas, that was inevitable. If 14,000 Rakshasas are situated very close by and Lord Ram is very close by, is it possible that they will not have a conflict? It is just not possible. It was inevitable. So it started when Shurpanakha, she approached Lord Ram and she said, okay, I want to have you as my husband and I want to enjoy with you and all. Lord Ramchandra, he said very clearly, I am Ekapatni Vrata, I am Ekapatni Vrata, I am already married. Look here, here is my wedded wife, Sita, and Jokingly he says, my Lakshman, he is alone. My brother Lakshman, he is alone and he is no less than me. You can say he is equally handsome. And so Shurpanakha, it is said, in a way she was stupid and she didn't understand that they were joking with her. So she thought, yes, this is a good proposal. She went to Lakshman and she said, why don't you marry me? And Lakshmana says that, see, women like you, right? You can never be second, right? You can never be second. See, I am always subordinate to Ram, right? I will always be a servant of Lord Ram. And as my wife, you will always be a servant of Sita. How can a person like you accept such a position? She said, yes. So I have to go to Ram like that, right? Finally, she understood that it is because of Sita that he is not accepting me. So, with her full ferocity, she tried to eat and kill and eat Sita. And immediately, right, Lakshman, in the spur of the moment, he immediately threw his knife and he sliced off her nose. And so she was badly mutilated and she ran. She is the sister of Ravan. Ravan, unlimited ego. Unlimited ego. Actually, that was one thing I wanted to speak about. Two classes before, we spoke about the various paths of yoga, right? Of mind control, sense control, right? One of them is tapasya. Tapasya, brahmacharyana, shamenacha, damenacha, right? A person can actually perform tapasya and to some extent they can get control over their mind and senses. In fact, Ravana had performed this tapasya for thousands of years. He had actually obtained perfect control over his mind, senses, and right in exact one position. He had propitiated Lord Brahma, and right. It requires a lot of sense control to be able to do that. But this is the difference between performing dry tapasya for its own sake and performing tapasya in the relationship with Krishna. You see, that tapasya did not change the heart of Ravana. He had demoniac tendencies before, and even after thousands of years of tapasya, he continued to hold demoniac tendencies. The tendency that I am the enjoyer, I have to be the Lord, I have to dominate over everyone. Those tendencies did not go away, even after so many thousands of years of tapasya. As soon as his boons were granted, immediately he started enjoying his senses like anything. He had thousands of queens. Chief of them was Mandodari, right? Who was herself, right? She was a daughter of Maya Danva and extremely beautiful. It is said that in fact once Ravana mistook her for Parvati. I mean that is how he got married to Mandodari. She was that beautiful. So he was just enjoying, right? He was simply situated in on the path of enjoyment. My point is, even after performing tapasya for thousands of years, his heart was not transformed. On the other hand, we also saw that Dhruva, right? His heart was set on obtaining a kingdom greater than Lord of that of Lord Brahma. And he worshipped Lord Vasudev. He also performed tapasya, but that tapasya was to please Lord Vasudev. That tapasya was to please Lord Vishnu. And we find that after performing tapasya for only 6 months, not only he got the full blessings of Lord Vishnu, he got all of his heart's desires fulfilled. Lord Vishnu gave him the blessing that he will inherit his father's kingdom. He will rule over it for 36,000 years. After that, he will get rule of Dhruva planet, which is a spiritual planet. That planet does not get destroyed when the entire material world is destroyed. He will get rule of the spiritual planet, and his senses will never diminish like that, right? He got unlimited blessings, but after that, he was thinking, what is the use of these blessings? I have already had darshan of the Lord. So, what is the use of these blessings? His heart was completely transformed. So that is the difference between performing any other path and performing Krishna consciousness, performing tapasya with relationship with the Lord. So she spurred on her brothers, her two brothers, Khara and Dushana. They were situated at Janasthan as lord of 14,000 Rakshasas. Lord Ramchandra we saw single-handedly in a matter of 1.5 hours, he completely annihilated this 14,000 Rakshasas, killed Khara, Dushana, Trishirsha, who were the greatest of the demons, and uh, we saw wonderful pastime, wonderful exchange of Mother Sita and Lord Ramchandra as well. And then they were knowing that the Rakshasas are not going to sit silent, right? They were knowing that Rakshasas are going to retaliate. So one day, Mother Sita, she saw a golden deer. Now nobody had seen a deer like this before. Sita's heart immediately thought that let me have this deer. Let me have this deer. We can take it as a pet And they had already completed. They were on the verge of completing 13 years of Vanvas. Only 1 year extra was remaining. So I can have this as a pet, and later on I can take this as a memento for Mother Kaushalya. A deer like this we have never seen. So such a wonderful deer is there. So she immediately asked Lord Ramchandra, "Can I have this deer for me?" And Lakshmana, who is always alert for protecting Lord Ram and Mother Sita, he immediately says, "The demon Marich is also staying close by. I am very sure that this is the demon Marich." And Lord Ramchandra, he thinks that in all of these years, Sita has never asked for anything. She has just been bearing all the hardships. Now she is asking me for something. Let me give this for her. So Lord Ramchandra, he immediately starts chasing after that deer. And we all know that the demon, right, the deer who was the demon Marisha in disguise, right, he continues to go further and further into the forest, luring Lord Ramchandra far and further away. As soon as Lord Ramchandra comes in vicinity, immediately he leaps further, he takes giant leaps. Sometimes he disappears, sometimes he appears. After going a long distance, Lord Ramchandra, so he understands that this is the demon Marish. He takes one arrow, he kills that deer. And immediately he resumes his form as Marish, and in a voice imitating Lord Ramchandra, he immediately says, he immediately calls out, Lakshmana, Sita, save me. Like that he calls out and he dies. And Lord Ramchandra knows that this was clearly a ploy to take him away. Um, Now let's pause for a moment and go back into why this demon he had acted like this, right? And what lessons we can learn from this. So this demon Marich, he was an uncle of Ravana. And after Lord Ramchandra annihilated 14,000 Rakshasas, one of the Rakshasas named Akampan, he had escaped. And he goes to Lord Ramchandra. And why he escaped? He took the dress of a woman. So Lord Ramchandra did not hurt him. So he escaped and he goes to Ravana and he tells that this Ram, who is stationed over here, he has immeasurable power. We will not be able to fight with him. So he suggests that why not we kidnap Sita, right? That will weaken Ram and then you'll easily be able to overpower him. So Ravana he approaches Maricha and he says, why don't you take the form of a deer? And as soon as Maricha hears this proposal, so this is Maricha, right? We have seen in the last class and you know it as well, right? Maricha, he was the one, when Lord Ramchandra was only a teenager, Vishwamitra had taken Lord Ramchandra with him for protecting his yagya. And at that time, Marish and Subahu, the two brothers, they were harassing the rishis and they were spoiling their yagyas. So Lord Ramchandra, he had killed Subahu and he had hurt Marisha. He had hurled Marisha long distance away. So ever since that time, Maricha, who had witnessed the prowess of Ram, even when Ram was only a teenager, he was living in fear of Ram. He had given up all his demoniac tendencies and he was living like a tapasvi. He knew that Ram is God. He knew the powers of Lord Ram. He did not know the benevolence of Lord Ram. How kind Lord Ram is. Anyone who takes his shelter, he does not have to fear him. This he did not know. Only thing he knew was his power. So anytime, as soon as he would hear the word Ra, he would get scared. Oh, Ram may be close by. When he would see the rustling of trees, he would get scared. Maybe Ram is behind. Right? Like that, he is living in complete, utter fear of Ramchandra. And when Ravana approaches him and he says, because see, demons in general, many of the demons have the power to change their shape. They can take any form that they like. But Marich was extremely accomplished. Even among demons, he was extremely accomplished in changing his form. So Ravana knew this skill of his. So he says, I want you to lure Ram away by taking the form of a deer and I will kidnap his wife. And immediately Maricha says, which enemy of yours has suggested this to you? You don't know the power of Ram. See, you already have thousands of wives. You live happily with your thousands of wives. Ram has one wife. Let him live happily with one wife. He will not disturb you. He will not create any trouble for you. Don't create enmity with Ram. In fact, Ravana hears this and he goes back. So until now, the only thing he knows about is the destruction of Rakshasas and Janasthan. Right? He goes back, and then Shurpanakha approaches him, and then Shurpanakha knows her brother's weakness. She describes the beauty of Sita, and she creates a story. You know, I actually wanted to have Sita as your wife, and I have tried to get Sita for you, and these two brothers, right? They mutilated me and all of that. And just hearing about Sita, not Ram, Ravana is so infatuated, right? He decides, he makes up his mind. Whatever be the case, I'm going to kidnap Sita. I'm going to have Sita for myself. Again, he approaches Marich, right? And then now Marich, he thinks that he does not have a choice, but actually that is never the case. Every person at every point in their life, they have a choice. See, Ravana gave Marisha an ultimatum. Either you become a deer and you get killed by Ram, or I will kill you. Now, many people they say that Maricha thought that if I die at the hands of Lord Ram, I will have a very auspicious destination. I will, right? Anyone later said that anyone who's killed by Vishnu, he gets a very exalted destination. Usually they will go directly to Vaikuntha planet. So Marisha was thinking like that, and that is why he became the deer. But here is the point: it is not so important, right? Whom you get killed by. What is important is what is your purpose? What is your motivation in life? Marisha's motivation was completely wrong. He was thinking that I will use Ram as a tool for my elevation. I'll get killed by Ram and then I will get a higher destination. Devotees never think like that. For devotees, Lord Ramchandra, Lord Krishna, is not a tool for spiritual evolution, is not a tool. Even many times, Gyanis, right? Even the people who are after impersonal liberation and all, sometimes we find them worshipping Krishna. And they are thinking that by worshipping Krishna, this is a tool for spiritual elevation. I will get spiritually elevated. But for devotees, Krishna is the object of our life. The services that we render, that is the goal of life. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvida bhajante mam, Buddha bhava samanvita, Arto, Artharti, Jigyasu, Jnani cha, Bharatarshabha. Four kinds of people, they start to render devotional service. See, we may come to Lord Krishna with a variety of motives. Some people are in distress, they want to be free from that. Some people are desirous of knowing higher truths. Some people, they want money. So, because of these various motivations, we can start rendering service to Krishna. But once we come to Krishna, we have no other motive. The only thing that we want is actually service to Krishna. That is the only thing that devotees want, right? No matter for what purpose we have started, right? Bhakti is the goal, and bhakti is itself the purpose. There is nothing else to be achieved. We don't render. Yes, Lord promises so many things, right? If you become His devotee, He will take us to Vaikuntha. But we are not rendering service in order to go to Vaikuntha. If you speak with any of the devotees, right? You ask the devotees, Prabhu, why are you rendering for so many years? You are engaged in service. Right? Is going back to Godhead the primary motivation? If you no, right? Our goal is service. I am rendering service because I cannot live without service. Jivara Swarupa hoy Krishna Nityadas. My nature, eternal constitutional position is to render service. Whatever service we are rendering, right? If somebody is serving prasad, arranging for prasad, somebody is setting up mat, somebody is giving class, these are varieties of services. We are only here for service, right? And there is no other motive, right? So, bhakti is defined as anya abhilashita shunyam. Anya abhilashata. The desire for merging in Brahman, merging for anything for personal enjoyment. Anya abhilashita shunyam, making that zero. Jnana, just getting impersonal knowledge. I'm not this, I'm not that, right? Karma, right? Elevation to higher planetary systems, elevation to heaven and all. Shunyam. Jnana karmadi anuvritam. Anukulena Krishnanushilanam. Very favorably, we render service to Krishna. That is Bhakti Rottama, right? So, that is the motivation, right? Very soon after Maricha's death, just in a few hours later, right? Jatayu also met with death. Jatayu was not thinking, let me render service to Ram. By doing that, I will go to Vaikuntha. He just felt that I cannot tolerate this injustice that is happening. I have promised Lord Ram that I will protect, I will look after Mother Sita when they are away. And here Mother Sita is in danger, and there is nothing else that I want to achieve, right? I cannot just stand by and see Sita getting abducted. I cannot stand it. Sita, see, as soon as Jatayu realized that Ravana is abducting Mother Sita, he immediately took flight. Immediately took flight. And just seeing, right, how powerful this demon is, and the age, considering the age and all of Jatayu, and being the wife of a very powerful warrior, Sita could immediately understand that Jatayu will not be able to stand in front of Ravana. And Sita told Jatayu, just give this message to Ram that I have been abducted by Ravan. He will do everything that is necessary. Now, Jatayu also had a choice. He could have simply stayed comfortably. Okay, I'll give this message. When I see Lord Ram, I will give him this message. But he could not stand it. He could not stand it. That I'll just watch by and see Mother Sita abducted. No. He knew that he does not have a chance. Still, he fought to his best. He fought to his best ability. In fact, it is said that he attacked Ravana, and that wonderful fight is described. It is said that Ravana had decided to steal Sita at one particular muhurta. If you steal something at that muhurta, the person does not get it back. But immediately after that, there was another muhurta that if something is stolen at that muhurta, then you are sure that you will get it back. So it is said that Jatayu delayed abduction of Sita, and then the next muhurta came in which, right, so in any case, right, he was not even rendering service with that motive, right? His only motive was I cannot see this happening, right? So with that motive, he tried his level best, and then with his last breath, he actually gave Lord Ram the message. Somehow or the other, he kept his life breath within himself, and he waited till the time that Lord Ram and Lakshmana they came looking for Mother Sita, and he gave the message that Ravana has abducted Sita. And then he breathed this last. Till his last breath, he rendered service. Similarly, I mean, we sometimes people may think, what choice did Marish have? In fact, Marish had a choice, right? He could have simply gone. He could have said, Ravana, yes, I will become a deer. He could have gone in front of Ravana and taken shelter of Ravana. He could have gone in front of Lord Ram and taken shelter of Lord Ram, right? And Lord Ram would have given him shelter. He would have given him protection. He did not do that. See, in Mahabharata and Bhagavatam, we find another person who was sent by Kamsa. So Kamsa was the uncle of Kamsa was the Akrura was the uncle of Lord Shri Krishna, and Kamsa sends Akrura. Kamsa has a full trap laid out for Lord Krishna. He has a big elephant. He has unlimitedly powerful wrestlers, and he's thinking that he will bring Krishna to Mathura and then he will have Krishna killed. And with that purpose, he sends Akrura to bring Krishna. But Akrura is a devotee. As soon as he sees the footsteps of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, he immediately comes, he goes down, and he tells Krishna that I am such a sinful person. I have come with this motive to bring you to Mathura, and Kamsa has all of these traps. Krishna and Balram, they simply laugh. For them, Kamsa is not a problem at all, right? But this shows the devotion, right? He had come with similar, he was sent with a similar plan. Just as Marish was sent by Ravana with a sinister plan, Kamsa had sent Akrura with a sinister plan. But Akrura surrendered. Marish did not, right? So, coming back to this pastime, right? So, Sita and Lakshman, they hear this. And Lakshmana knows that there is no danger that can ever befall upon Lord Ramchandra. He can, even if entire army of gods and demons combined, they were to stand in front of Lord Ram, they don't stand a chance. Lakshmana knew the prowess of his brothers. So Lakshmana was not deterred. But Sita, right out of her great anxiety, she speaks very harsh words to Lakshmana. Lakshmana, is this what you came with me for? Do you just want to enjoy me? Right? I will never allow myself to be touched by you like this. And Lakshmana is horrified. No, mother, this is not my intention. Right? This is not my intention at all. Right? Lord Ram cannot be harmed. I am here for your protection. And she says, no, you have to go. Even last time we saw, right, when Sita was desperate to come with Lord Ramchandra, accompany him to the forest, she spoke to him very tauntingly. Her entire purpose was to get Lord Ramchandra to take her with him, right? And now she speaks very harsh words to Lakshmana. Her entire purpose is, my husband is in danger. I have to somehow or the other send him help. Sometimes, in fact, when I saw the schedule, right, today's class was supposed to be about relationships, and I was asked to speak about Ramayana, right? There is so much we can learn about relationships. You see, many a times when a person is in tension, they can speak very harshly. Hmm? When a mother is in tension, her child is going for some very board exams and he's not taking his rubber or whatever, right? Important things. She will scold him like anything, right? Oh, you're so irresponsible, whatnot, right? She's speaking intention, right? Her intentions are not wrong, right? We have to understand who are the people who love us, who are the people who truly care about us. In fact, I'm very sure about this. If you introspect in your life, the number of people who truly care about you, who are really, really concerned about your well being, you'll be able to count them on your fingers. Right? Sometimes these people can speak harsh words. You see, sometimes, right? If there is big rainfall in my city, my mother is living very far, she'll immediately call me up. Are you okay? Can't I take care of myself? I mean, right? Is rain such a big thing? I can't even take care of that. But you see, there are very few people in this world who will call me up if they think that I'm in danger. Right? This was actually the love of Sita, right? Because of which she was speaking. She herself did not have any ill intentions, but sometimes a person speaks like that. And we have to understand, right? What is the intention of the person? And there is one more thing. All of these years, ever since Mother Sita got married to Lord Ramchandra, she had been taking such good care of all the people, right? Her brothers-in-law, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna, all of these 13 years of Vanvas, Sita had been taking such good care of Lakshmana. You see, when we have invested in relationships for years and years, sometimes when there are tensions, they can easily be overcome. Because Mother Sita, Lord Ramchandra, so Sita scolded Lakshmana like this and she made him go after Lord Ramchandra. And when Lord Ramchandra was coming back, he saw that Lakshmana is coming towards him. And Lord Ramchandra scolded Lakshmana, why did you leave Sita alone? I mean, Lakshmana is getting beaten from both sides, right? On one side, Mother Sita is scolding him, on the other side, Lord Ramchandra is scolding him. What should a person do in such a case? But there was 14 years, so many years of investment, right? So much love that showered upon Lakshmana. He could easily take it in his stride. He didn't mind it at all, right? And then, right, as a team, right, they went forward. So Lord Ram and Lakshman, right, they find that Sita has been abducted, and it shows when Mother Sita got abducted, the lamentation that Lord Ramchandra went through, the intense separation that Lord Ramchandra went through, it shows the love that Lord has for his devotees. In fact, we were talking about the golden deer, right? We were talking about the golden deer. It is said that, see, these are actual pastimes, these are itihasas which have actually happened, right? These are the pastimes of the Lord which have been revealed in the heart of great rishis like Valmiki. And at the same time, there are so many lessons that we can learn. See, for all of these 13 years that Mother Sita, and even 12 years before that, that Mother Sita was with Lord Ramchandra, Sita had not desired anything for herself. She had not asked for anything for herself. All of these years, she had been so faithfully taking care of the needs of Lord Ramchandra, Lord Lakshmana, right? Only service, even in this harsh forest environment, in this harsh exile. Only thing that she was concerned about is how I can serve Lord Ram. Only once she had this desire. Oh, such a beautiful deer. Let me have this deer for myself. It is said that a soul can be unlimitedly happy in the service of the Lord. In Vaikuntha, living entities are continuously engaged in service of the Lord, and they are continuously engaged in service of the Lord. But even once if the soul thinks, let me have something for my own enjoyment, just as once Mother Sita thought, let me have this deer for my enjoyment, and immediately she got captured by Ravana and she got abducted. So when a soul thinks, let me have something for my own enjoyment, immediately the soul gets captured by lust, greed, anger, envy, pride, illusion. A soul gets captured within this world. Right? Ravana is the personification of these vices. Ravana is the personification of lust, greed, anger. Right? Krishna says these are the three doors that take us person towards hell. Right? And Ravana was their personification. So as soon as a soul desires anything for personal enjoyment, soul gets captured. Right? Just as Mother Sita was captured by Ravana, the soul gets captured. The soul gets captured by the Lord's illusory energy. Right? So this was the significance. This is the significance, right? How a soul comes from the spiritual world to the material world. There is another very deep significance of this golden deer. So this golden deer, even Lakshmana knew, others also knew. Such things don't exist. Such creatures don't exist. Now we have taken to devotional service. We are sadhakas, right? From time to time, we have trappings, right? We have trappings. Some things appear too good to be true. See, some pleasures, they appear too good to be true. Some investment opportunity comes a person's way. You know, just in 6 months, your investment will get doubled. Right? Person gets false prey for them. Right? And then what happens is, because they get cheated, their entire mind gets completely diverted away from Krishna into how I can recover from this and all. You see, a person can get completely trapped, right? We can think about in our own lives, is there some golden deer? What can be golden deers in devotees' life? Can devotees think about any golden deers? What can be golden deers? Things which are just too good to be true, and a person falls for them. And then it's very hard. A person can get deviated right from their sadhana, from their rendering of devotional service. Can you think of any things? What could be golden deers in our life? Yes. Yes. Fame, right? We can get into the trappings of fame, right? Huh? Somebody, yes, right? Fame can be a trapping. What else can be a trapping? Sorry. Taking money in saying katha, using devotional service for getting fame, as mother said, right? For making money, right? Trying to make money by rendering devotional service. Very true. Very nice. In fact, I had not thought about this. Very true. Yes, you're saying something. Making, see, all of these things. See, if you get money, it can always be used in Krishna's service, right? But if I think that let me use it for my enjoyment, right, it can become a golden deer, right? Very true, right? Making followers, popularity, fame, followers. Yes. Puja, love, and pratishtha, trying to get prestige, right, by rendering service, right? So it can be a golden deer, it can be a trapping for the soul, and it can take us away, right? It can take us away from devotional service. Very true. Anything else? I was just thinking, right? The four regulative principles that we have: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. They are actually protections against golden deer. Why a person gets into gambling habit, thinking that they will make quick money by cheating and all? I don't want it. That can be a trapping, right? It can be a golden deer, right? Why does a person run after illicit connections? See, in Krishna consciousness, we are completely, right? We can get married nicely, husband, wife, family, we can live together very nicely, right? And we can render nice, we can nicely engage in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. All of these things are nice. Illicit connections, right? Sometimes people run after them, thinking that they will get some quick enjoyment. And the kind of trappings they fall into, very hard to recover from them. You see, that can be a golden deer for any person. Any person can fall trap for that, right? Similarly, right, all the four regulative principles, quick enjoyment, right? Drink wine, whatever, right? And a person gets completely trapped. That can be a golden deer. So these four regulative principles that we follow, right? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. This is actually our protection. You see, Lakshmana could immediately identify a golden deer. This is Marich. If we are in the association of devotees, and if we keep consulting devotees, should I do this? Should I not do that? They will immediately alert us. This is a golden deer. Right? Don't get trapped into this, right? This is a golden deer, right? So yes, so very valuable lessons for us. And then Jatayu, what a glorious death he died. Right in the arms of Lord Ramchandra, he gave up his breath. Lord Ramchandra could not perform the last rites, funeral for his own father, but he did that for Jatayu. We can see the nature of Lord Ramchandra. You see, he is a high-born prince, right? Jatayu is a vulture. But we find that Lord Ramchandra, he is making friendship with Guha, who is a tribal king, right? Who is among the tribals. He is living with the monkeys, right? Very happily, right? He'll take care of them, he'll eat with them, right? He'll go from one place to the other with them, right? He's performing funeral rites for Jatayu. Shabari was a tribal. Shabara is a group of tribals. Right? Lord Ramchandra, the only thing that he sees is devotion of that person. What vision Lord Ramchandra has, right? What kindness he has, right? And after the funeral of Jatayu, Lord Ramchandra, right, in separation from Mother Sita, right, he is wandering from forest to forest in separation from Mother Sita. And then one of the demons that he kills, he is actually, he was a Gandharva in his past life, and he tells that you should make alliance with Sugriv, and he directs him to the hermitage of Mother Shabari. Right? And Mother Shabari, as we just saw, right, she was born in a tribal family, but she didn't take to the ways of tribals. Right? She led such a pure, illustrious life under her guru, Martanga Rishi, lived a very pure life. And ever since Lord Ram was in Chitrakoot, at that time itself, Martanga Rishi, together with his other disciples, they went to the spiritual abode. But he had told Shabari, definitely Ram will come one day. And for all of these 13 years, every single day, so faithfully, Shabari would clean the entire ashram. She would decorate it because she didn't know when Lord of Ram will be coming. So every single day, she was making preparation to welcome as if he's going to come on that day itself. So she will clean the ashram, she will do rangoli, she will have flowers, she will have garlands, everything she will keep ready. Ram and Lakshmana may come today. And she wanted to keep the finest of berries, right, for Lord Ram, because that was the only thing she had. But berries, they can be very bitter, they can be very sweet. And by looking at them, there is no way to tell. So out of her innocence, out of her eagerness to serve the Lord, she was tasting. Now we also offer bhoga to the Lord every day, right? And it is, we never taste, right? Before offering to Lord, we never taste. Sometimes some people ask us, Shabri ne to khaya tha, वो तो टेस्ट करके ही देती थी, तुम भी टेस्ट करो, तुम भी देखो नमक है नहीं है उसके बाद दे दो. Shabri is at a different level, right? The kind of exalted status that she had obtained, she had a natural love for Lord Ramchandra. Naturally, she was thinking, Lord Ram is going to come and I cannot give him bitter, right? So I have to taste it. We are not at the level of Shabri, right? So we have to perform Vaidhi Bhakti. The way it has been instructed by our gurus, that is how we have to perform Vaidhi Bhakti, right? So, and Lord Ramchandra, he was, in fact, Lakshman was firstly aghast, right? He is eaten, right? We don't eat anybody's uchishta, right? Somebody is contaminated, we don't eat, right? And Lord Ram, and not only that, that day he ate more than what he eats on every day, right? He had to eat full. So, but he was tasting the love, right? He was tasting the love that Mother Shabri had. And after that, then Lord Ram and Lakshmana, they proceed. Now comes on the Rishamukha mountain. So Lord Ram has been told by Kabanda, right, that you should form an alliance with Sugriv, and they are looking for Sugriv, and there Sugriv is there on Rishamukha mountain, and Sugriv is living in utter terror. Why? Because he is being constantly chased by Vali. See, what had happened is Sugriv and Vali, they They were brothers, right? Vali was the elder brother, Sugriv was the younger brother, almost like twins, right? They looked also the same. They had very similar prowess also. Everything was very similar, and they were inseparable as they were growing up as children. See, Lord Vishnu, he had instructed all the demigods because he was going to incarnate as Lord Ramchandra. He had instructed all the demigods that you should take your forms, right? Demigods had that capability; they could expand themselves. So Vali was the son of Indra and Sugri was the son of Surya Dev. In Mahabharata also we find that Arjun was the son of Indra and Karna was the son of Surya Dev. So these two brothers, right, they were inseparable. And just as Indra is the king of the demigods, similarly Vali was more powerful. And Vali was more powerful. And Sugriva had no problem with that, right? They were the best of friends. But later on, what happened is Sugriv, right, he inherited his father's kingdom, and Vali inherited his father's kingdom, and Sugriv became his very faithful minister. And one day, a very powerful demon named Mayavi, he came over there, and he was he called Vali for a fight and whatnot, right? And Vali, he was very powerful. I mean, he was very powerful. Vali in the past he had defeated Raman also and all. So Vali went for fight with Mayavi, and Sugriv followed Vali, thinking that I have to be there for my brother's protection. So seeing both of these brothers come together, Mayavi got scared and he started running away. And Vali gave chase to him, and Sugriv followed. Right, and after that there was a big fight. Right, Mayavi goes inside a particular cave. He goes into the netherworlds, and for one full year, more than a year, Vali goes inside that cave and he is not seen. And Sugriv is wondering what to do. And after almost a year, he hears huge scream of Vali, and he hears huge scream of about 50 Danavas, 50 demons. So he doesn't know whether Vali is killing them or he's being killed by them, and then he sees blood coming out of that cave. And because he had heard the screams of Vali, he assumes that Vali is dead. It was an innocent mistake that he makes. And to ensure that this Mayavi Danva, he does not come out and disturb the other citizens, he blocks that cave with a huge mountain. And then he goes and with a very heavy heart, he informs other ministers that Vali is killed and all of that, and this is what has happened. So they also wait, but then Vali is nowhere, right? So they say, Sugriv, no, you should become king, right? So Sugriv becomes the king. And what had happened is Vali had succeeded in killing the Mayavi, the demon, and then when he sees that the cave is blocked, he assumes that Sugriv has done this intentionally so that Vali cannot come out. It takes a big effort on Vali's part to move that rock, and but after he comes, he sees that Sugriv is seated on the throne, and Vali assumes that Sugriv has done this intentionally. Right? So, right in front of everyone, he insults him, he beats him. He not only drives Sugriv out, he is after his life. He's chasing Sugriv. And Sugriv is again and again pleading with my dear brother, I'm more than happy to give all of this back to you. Let me explain. And Vali is not willing to hear Sugriv as well. He's just giving him chase and he's trying to kill him. Now, Sugriv goes all over the world and Vali gives him chase all over the world, and Sugriv does not feel safe. But right next to Kishkinda, there is this mountain Rishamukha. There was the same Rishi, Matanga Rishi, had cursed Vali. Once what had happened is Vali had killed another demon, and his entire corpse with blood and flesh and everything, he had thrown it on Matanga Rishi's ashram. So Matanga Rishi had cursed Vali that if he ever comes over there, or any of his agents, if they come to Rishamukha mountain, they will die. And Sugriv knew of this curse. So right next to Kishkinda, Sugriv was living on Rishamukha mountain, right next to Vali. But Vali could not come there and harm him. But Sugriv was living always in terror that anytime somebody will come and harm him. And he was so depressed, is a very small word. He was so heartbroken, so scared, so terrorized. As soon as he saw that Ram and Lakshman are coming, he thought they are agents of Vali, and he got scared. He got so scared. So he tells Hanumanji, you go and find out who they are. And Hanumanji, in a very clever guise, he goes, he finds out who they are, and when he understands that these are Ram and Lakshman, the noble sons of Dasharath. And there is another test, right? When Hanumanji was a small child, Lord Brahma had given him a diamond necklace. And it says that you are eternal Lord. He is the only one who will be able to see this necklace. No one else will see. And when Ram and Lakshman, they see, so Hanumanji goes in the form of a disguise. He goes as a sannyasi in order to find out, right, who these two people are. So one time Lord Ram says, how strange it is that he has come as a beggar sannyasi, but he is having such a precious diamond on his around his neck. And when Hanumanji hears this, he asks Lakshmanji, can you see this diamond? He says, no. No one else has seen this before, but Ram is able to see, right? So that is how Lakshmanji gets to know that he is my eternal Lord and Master. And immediately Hanuman surrenders to Lord Ram, and immediately, right, he brings Ram and Lakshman and they forge an alliance and all of that, right? So after hearing the story of Sugriv, Lord Ram tells Sugriv, don't worry, I will kill Vali. I will kill Vali. So Lord Ram, he goes, he, with one arrow, right, he tells Sugriv, you go, you call Vali for a challenge. With one arrow, see, Vali is so powerful, right? Nobody is able to kill him, right? So he tries to test Lord Ramchandra's strength, right? Can you pierce this sal tree, right? There are 7 very big sal trees, and Vali could, right, make them, he used to shake them with such power that all the leaves would fall. So Sugriv asked Lord Ramchandra, can you make the leaves fall from this sal tree? And Lord Ram, even Lakshman is thinking, what kind of test is this of Lord Ramchandra? He takes one arrow, all 7 sal trees, that one arrow, right, with the same speed. It goes, it pierces all 7 sal trees, it goes inside a mountain, goes 7 planets below, comes back and goes back into Lord Ramchandra's quiver, right? So now Sugriv knows about the power. So then he challenges Vali, and with one arrow, Lord Ram, he is able to bring Vali down. Vali is not dead. He has a pendant which gives him immortality as long as he is wearing that pendant. And then Vali starts accusing Ram. I thought you were very noble and this and that. And then Lord Ramchandra explains to him all of his very grave sins. Very grave sins. You see, he had abducted his younger brother's wife, right? So he had deprived Sugriva of his rights. He had abducted his wife. See, the same sins that Ravana had committed, Vali had committed those same sins, right? Just as our Lord Rama had taken a vow to kill Ravana, he had to kill Vali also. Many times people say, why did Ram kill him from behind a tree? Now in Ramayana, in Valmiki Ramayana, Lord Ram clearly explains that we as the kings of the Ikshvaku dynasty, we are allowed to hunt, and it does not matter whether the animal is attentive, not attentive. You are a monkey, I killed, right? But it is very important to understand that it was important to kill Vali, right? The crimes that Vali had committed, it was very important that Vali be killed, right? It is the duty of the king to punish sinners. So Vali had to be killed, right? Now, if there is a terrorist, right, and if a brave army officer goes and kills him, it does not matter whether that army officer had to break some speed limit or whatever, right? It does not matter. That does not matter. Important thing is that terrorist has to be killed. Now, thing was, if Lord Ram had gone in front of Vali, Vali would have tried to make alliance with Lord Ramchandra because he was also pious. See, he was a mixed character, right? He was a good person also, and at the same time, he had committed the sins also. Now you see, Ravana and Vali have committed the same sins, abducting other person's wife. Lord Ram cannot kill Ravana and make an alliance with Vali. You see, Vali has to be punished for the wrongs that he has done, which is why Lord Ram did it from behind the trees, right? So that Vali does not try to forge an alliance. Vali says to Ram, if you wanted help for finding your wife, I would have helped you. But Lord Ram made alliance with Sugriv, not with Vali. Why? Vali was arrogant. Sugriv was utterly humble. Sugriv was desperate for help. Vali was not. Vali was thinking, I am giving Ram some blessing, right, by making an alliance. Lord Ram does not need it, right? He is Samarthavan, right? And there was one more reason why Lord Ram made alliance with Sugriv, not with Vali. When Mother Sita was being abducted, she takes her ornaments, she ties them in a cloth, and she sees 5 monkeys seated on a mountain, and she throws them straight at the feet of Sugriv. It was very clearly aimed at Sugriv. It is said that Mother Sita had chosen Sugriv. And it is said that whomever Mother Sita chooses, when a person gets the blessings of Mother Sita, blessings of Lord Ramchandra are sure to follow. Right? So we have a very special position, right, for Mother Sita, for Srimati Radharani. So because Mother Sita had chosen Sugriv, that is why it was Sugriv that Lord Ramchandra made alliance with. Okay, so and then after Lord Ramchandra told all of this to Vali, Vali agreed that he had made grievous wrongs, right? And then, right, again he makes amendments with Sugriv. Then again on deathbed, Vali and Sugriv, Vali acknowledges that he had made very great wrongs. There is one more very important lesson that we have to learn. See, we understand that we are in a helpless state and we want shelter of Lord Ramchandra. And at the same time, we want Lord's kindness upon us. We cannot be unkind to someone. Right? We have to extend the same kindness to everyone else. Right? That is why our vow is no meat eating. Right? Even to helpless creatures, right? We don't want to eat them. Right? If we are expecting shelter, we have to be ready to give shelter. Again and again, Sugriv was pleading with Vali, my dear brother, I am here to serve you. Vali was not giving him shelter. Right? So, if we are expecting shelter, and that is why Lord Ram decided to kill Vali. Lord Ram did not want to give him shelter. Why? Because Vali was not ready to give shelter. So, it is very important that we exhibit kindness in our life. So, okay. So, finally, right, Sugriva, Vali acknowledges his mistake. He apologizes, and then what he does is his own diamond, that necklace that was given to him by Indra, his father, he could not have been killed as long as he had that, as long as he was wearing it. Voluntarily, he takes it and willingly he gives it to Sugriv. He does not give it to Angada, his son. He gives it to Sugriv. That now, completely forgiven, we are the best of friends, and in that healthy relationship, that is how Vali leaves his body. So whenever, if for whatever reason, right, if there are strained relationships, acknowledge the wrongs that we ourselves may have made. Apologize. It is better to get mercy of Lord Ramchandra, right? If this is what pleases him, make amendments, right? Solve your problems, right? No point in having grudges and thinking of going back to the spiritual world. Solve whatever problems you have, right? Make amendments, right? And seek mercy of Lord Ramchandra. After that, what happens is Sugriv gets coronated as the king, and it is the 4 months of rainy season, so you cannot launch a military operation when there are such heavy downpour of rains. That is not the time to launch a military operation. So such operations have to be postponed for 4 months. So Lord Ramchandra, he stays on a hill, right, and Sugriva, he is in his kingdom. But Sugriva, now he has been deprived of even the most bare necessity, bare comforts for such a long time. He gets into complete enjoyment mode. He just starts drinking wine and enjoying with his wives and all of that. And apparently, he completely forgets his service to Lord Ramchandra. So he is just in the mode of enjoyment. And Lord Ramchandra, he is very patiently, right? He is remembering Sita, those 4 months. It is said that Lord Ramchandra, he had beads in his hands. And he was constantly chanting the name Sita, Sita, Sita. He was constantly meditating on Sita, and he was feeling such separation, and he was waiting, when will we launch our operations? And here now the rainy season has ended, and there is Sugriv is not coming only. And Lord Ramchandra, he says, Lakshman, go and give this message to Sugriv, that the same arrow which had killed Vali, that is still in my quiver. And the same path on which Vali went, that door is still open. Lakshman says, why should I give this message? मैं उनको directly भेज के ही आ जाता हूँ. And with one arrow, let me do that only. Lord Ramchandra says, no, give him a chance, right? Just give him this message. But as Lakshmana keeps walking towards Kishkinda, he is so angry that this monkey, he is so ungrateful, right? Because Lord Ram has done so much for him, and he is forgetting my Lord, my master, he is in so much distress, and this person is enjoying like anything. He just barges into Kishkinda. And what has happened is, before Lakshmana comes, right, Hanumanji, he knows that what Sugriv is doing, that is a big problem, that is wrong. Somehow or the other, they tell Sugriv, give orders to call all the Vanaras, right? Wherever they are, give orders. So Sugriv, he just wakes up, he gives these orders, and again he goes back into enjoyment. And when Lakshmana comes, right? Sugriv is in a complete daze, right? He is drunken state and whatnot, right? So Tara, the wife of Vali, right, who later becomes the wife of Sugriv, she goes and she says to Lakshman, you have to understand, right, what Sugriv is going through, right? Point is, in all of these times when he was deprived of even the basic comforts, he was not having anything higher, right? Sometimes we find that devotees also, they can live with very less necessities. They will sleep on the floor and all of that, but they are having a higher taste, right? If you simply deprive a person without a higher taste, what happens is that longing for that enjoyment and all that has not gone. So Tara tells Lakshman that you have to understand where Sugriva is coming from, right? After a long time, he is having some comforts, and when a person gets into comfort zone, time passes by so fast he does not even realize. And she reminds Lakshman, आपके जो गुरु है ना विश्वामित्र, आपको पता है ना वो भी तो तपस्वी थे, वो तो बहुत बड़े तपस्वी थे. He was such a great tapasvi, but he was also lured by Menka. And 10 years passed. After that, he realized, oh my God, 10 years have passed. So if that can happen to Vishwamitra, what to speak about this monkey? Right? So you have to understand. So Lakshmana cools down and she tells that yes, we have given orders and the monkeys will be coming shortly. So then he is pacified. So then point is, when a person gets into comfort zone, the danger is he can completely forget about services to Lord Ramchandra. See, in our lives, we can have, right? We can have a house, it is not a problem, basic comforts and all, right? It is okay to have. But we always have to remember that all of this, with all of this, the goal and purpose of life is to render service to Lord Ramchandra, to render service to Lord. If we simply get into that comfort zone and forget our service to Krishna, that is a big danger. We can completely lose Krishna. Huh? So we can completely lose the mercy of the Lord. So then he sends search party immediately after that. Then huge search parties are sent in all directions and all of that, and they are going, and they have maximum hope from the search party that goes southwards because they know that the kingdom of Lanka is towards the south. So that's the party which they have maximum hope from. Sugriva had given a deadline of 1 month to the search party. 1 month had passed, and they had gone through very desolate forest areas, uninhabited areas, dry forest regions, and whatnot, right? Lot of hardships they had gone through. And now they have come across the shore of the Indian Ocean, and Mother Sita is not found. What should we do? They are thinking, considering various options. Huh? And one of the options, then finally they decide we cannot go back like this. Sugriva will not forgive us. We have not found Mother Sita. What should we do? They decide we will fast. We will fast until death. So while they are fasting, what are they doing? They say, okay, as it is, we are fasting. So they start discussing about Lord Ramchandra. Now, there are two times in the Ramayana when people are contemplating suicide, when people are contemplating fast suicide. One is these monkeys, they are on the shore and they are in a completely helpless state. And what they decide is, we will engage in Ram Katha. Because as it is, we are going to fast, so let us discuss pastimes of Lord Ramchandra. And what is happening is, as they start discussing pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, at one stage they start talking about Jatayu, how Jatayu made his sacrifice. And what is happening is, there is another vulture who is seated on a mountain top and is waiting for these Vanaras to die. Oh, very nice. They are fasting, they are going to die, so then I can feast on them. Vultures feast on dead carcasses. So if these Vanaras die, then he can feast on them. He's just waiting. So he's waiting for this Vanaras to die, and as soon as he hears that Jatayu gave up his life for Lord Ramchandra, immediately says, Jatayu? Tell me more about Jatayu. Because it turns out that Sampati is the elder brother of Jatayu. And then when the Vanaras tell him, then Sampati says, then he recounts his history, and then he says that I have very long distance vision, and I can actually see Sita, who is captured by, who is in this forest, who is captured, and she is in Lanka, and I can see, and you can go. And what is happening is, sometimes in our life we can feel that we have come at a dead end. Nothing is working out. I don't know if it happens to everyone, but it happens in many people's life. You feel like you have come in a dead end. Why do people commit suicide? They feel there is no hope. They think that there is no hope. But here is the solution. Anytime you feel that you have come at a dead end, remember that surrender to Lord Ramchandra is always available. There is no situation in which Lord Ramchandra cannot help us. If we simply engage in Rama Katha, if we simply engage in discussing pastimes of Lord Ramchandra, definitely 100% guaranteed you will find a solution. 100% guaranteed. The other part, when somebody is contemplating suicide, in fact, she was about to commit suicide, is Sita is held in captivity by Ravana, and Ravana is coming, he is harassing her like anything, he is threatening her, he is bullying her, the Rakshasas are threatening her. So much she has to bear. By the time Hanuman succeeds in finding Sita, she's trying to hang herself. Using her cloth, she's trying to hang herself. What does Hanumanji do? He takes a very small form, he stays hidden, and he starts narrating about Lord Ramchandra. He starts doing Ramakatha. Again, Sita finds hope. Point is, any time we feel that we have come to a dead end and we are feeling hopeless, just engage in the Ram Katha, Krishna Katha. Just go on hearing about Krishna, just go on hearing about Krishna. 100% guaranteed solution. You will find hope, you will find solution. Okay? So, and then they discuss among themselves, right? Who will go and actually find Sita and give the message of Lord Ram to Sita, right? Who can jump, right? It is 100 yojanas away, and then different monkeys say, I can jump 1 yojana, I can jump 10 yojanas, like that, right? Finally, Angad says, I can jump 100 yojanas, but there is no guarantee that I can come back. So, at that time, Jambavan, he tells Hanumanji, Hanuman, you have not spoken so far. What is 100 yojanas for you, right? As a child, you had leapt right up to the sun, right? And you had consumed the sun itself, right? You had consumed, right? You have such prowess, Hanuman. 100 yojanas is nothing for you. Hanuman was just sitting there. He has all of this prowess. But because of some curses that he had received, he had forgotten about them. When a person is feeling despondent, he is not saying, he is not being very enthusiastic. If you simply remind that person, my dear sir, such and such, just remember what all you have done in your life, what all you are capable of. See, sometimes a person becomes hopeless, right? They think I'm not able to do. If you simply remind them, just remember, my dear such and such, what all you have done in your life, that person immediately becomes hopeful. And then he says, what is this? What is this, Lanka? I can uproot the entire creation if that is what is required, and I can do this and I can do that. And immediately, as it chants the glories of Lord Ram, his size starts increasing and he becomes 50 times, 100 times, right? Gigantic size it takes. I will go in the service of Lord Ramchandra. I will go to Lanka. I will uproot Lanka. What is this Ravan in front of me? Like that he says, right? Very nice. All the Vanaras are very highly enthused, right? And then they were in a very hopeless state. They were in complete despair. And then when Hanuman says, I can do this, I can do that, right? Immediately they become so enthusiastic, they become so hopeful. Now, sometimes a person may think, why is Hanumanji bragging so much about himself? I can do this, I can do that. Shouldn't one person be humble? See, later on when Hanuman will speak with Mother Sita, Sita has doubt. Oh, you have managed to cross here. But will other Vanaras be able to come? How will they come? How will they defeat Ravan? So Sita says, Mother Sita, please understand that a king does not send his foremost general as a doot. Whenever a king has to send a messenger, he sends some weak person. So, because I am one of the weaker monkeys, Lord Ram sent me as a messenger to you. Every single monkey is far more powerful than me. See, there are times when we have to exhibit humility and times when we have to exhibit our strength. What is going to be most beneficial in that situation? Right? In front of monkeys, Hanuman said, yes, I'll do this. In front of Mother Sita, he said, I'm the least of the monkeys. Any monkey can do this, what I have done. Even to Ravana, he says, I'm the least of the monkeys and I've set half of your city ablaze. What will happen, right? And what to speak of when Lord Ramchandra comes and he throws his missiles? What will happen to your Lanka? Just think about that, right? So this is intelligence, right? And then Hanuman, he jumps across to Lanka. Okay. I was given this class because I ran out of time last time. so again, we are almost running out of time. So if we get an opportunity, we'll discuss other glories at some other time. I think it is 1:15. We'll stop here. Is that okay? Sudhir Gopal Prabhu, you have to tell. Okay. Okay, we'll continue. Okay. So Hanuman, taking the blessings of his Guru, Supreme Lord Ramchandra, exalted demigods, Hanuman leaps from Mount Mahindra. He is on his way to Lanka. And there are several obstacles that come on his way. And one way or the other, all devotees will have to face these obstacles that Hanuman had to face on his flight to Lanka. The first obstacle that he faced, as soon as Hanuman leapt up, the sun god, the Sagar, who is the lord of the oceans, he went to Menak, which was a mountain inside the sea. And Menak, there were a lot of favors that Maharaj Dasharath had conferred upon Menak. And Samudra, he goes to Menak and says that Lord Hanuman is on a mission for Lord Ram, who is the son of Maharaj Dasharath. So you should go and give him some comforts, right? You should go and help him. So Menak immediately rises from the sea, and he has all comfortable gardens, fruits, all delicious eatables, everything he has. And he knows that Hanumanji, right, all these months, right, they have faced extreme hardships. He tells to Hanumanji, in a personified, he stands on top of this mountain and he prays to Hanumanji, Hanumanji, please have something. You are going on a very great mission, right? Please eat some fruits, please rejuvenate yourself, then go. And Hanumanji is thinking, time is so small. Lord Ramchandra is sitting there in so much anxiety. He is waiting for news of Mother Sita. I have no time for comforts. I cannot accept these comforts. At the same time, here is such a nice gentleman. He is offering me. I cannot disrespect him as well. Hanuman very humbly, he comes down. Very respectfully, he touches Mount Menak. I have accepted this. I am not disrespecting what you are giving. He respects Menak. And at the same time, he says, no comforts when I'm in service of Lord Ram. Immediately he goes up, I have to go, right? I have to continue in my sevas. So, when a person takes to devotional service, sometimes he can get a lot of comforts. Sometimes, it may not always, don't expect, but let's say that you get into a comfortable position, you get some promotion or some good things start happening and person may become slack. Okay, let me slow down my devotional service. No. Point is, when you are on a mission for Lord Ramchandra, respect it, respect what you are getting, but never slow down your mission of the Lord. So this is the first lesson. Then there is a daughter of Daksha. Her name is Surasa. Right? She is Surasa. Thank you, thank you. So the demigods, they say, he is going on a very difficult mission. We want to ensure that he is well armed. He will be successful. So go and test him. So Surasa, she tells Hanumanji that I have a boon from Lord Brahma that anyone who passes from here has to enter my mouth. So, and you are passing here, so I am going to eat you. So Hanumanji, he does not have time for any of these things, right? He is on a mission. But Surasa says, no, this is a blessing, so I have to eat you. He says, give me some time, let me go, let me find Mother Sita, let me give this message to Lord Ramchandra, then I will personally come and become your food. She says, no, now only. So what Hanuman says is, okay, try and eat me. He increases his size. She increases the size of her mouth. He increases his size. She again increases her size. He increases more. She increases more. Finally, it's almost he himself is 50 yojanas, 100 yojanas, and her mouth is also equally as big. At that time, Hanuman, he becomes extremely tiny. In a single moment, from such a huge size, he becomes extremely tiny. Before she is able to close her mouth, he immediately goes inside her mouth, immediately comes out, bows down before her. I have fulfilled the blessing of Lord Brahma. I have entered your mouth. Now please allow me to proceed. See, sometimes a person can get in a battle of egos. I am big, and the other person says, I am bigger. And then this person has to prove that he is bigger. So he says, I am bigger. And then the person says, no, I am bigger still. I am bigger still. And this can go on endlessly. What a devotee does is, he becomes extremely tiny. I am small. I am very small. He immediately goes, you are big. Now please allow me to go on with my devotional service. A person does not get, a devotee never gets into this battle of egos. I am big, I am this, I am that. No. I am very small, I am very tiny. You are big, right? If someone tries to say that I am bigger, oh yes, you are very big, you are very great, you are very glorious, I am very small. Let me continue with my service, right? So this is how devotees behave. Never get into a battle of egos. Never get into. Choose your battles wisely. Not every battle is worth fighting. Just let go of some battles. Yes, you are big. Now let me continue. Then there is a third demoness. Her name is Simhika. Thank you. I got this one right. So she has a mystic ability. So Hanuman is flying with full speed, and at one point he realizes that he is not able to make progress. He is not proceeding ahead. What has happened is he's flying and he's casting a shadow. And she has a blessing that any creature whose shadow she catches, that person will be trapped by her. You see? So Hanuman is not able to proceed only. So, and she's pulling. So what Hanumanji does is the same force with which he is pulling, he just continues that momentum. He builds so much momentum with a great force, with great energy. He just enters the mouth, goes into her stomach. From there, he tears open her stomach and comes out. He kills Simika and he comes out. So sometimes, see, all of us are human beings, right? We have a good side, and all of us have some or the other shortcomings as well. What envious people do is, see, those who are your friends, those who are trying to bring out the best in you, they will always focus on what is best in you. They will always fan that spark. Even if it is small, that is the spark that they will fan. And those who are envious, they will hold on to that side of yours, which could be your shortcoming. And they will just make that side bigger. You see, shadow, she just held on to the shadow of Hanumanji. See, and at that time, a person may feel I am not able to make progress because somebody is not allowing me, right? Because of somebody's envy. At that time, a person has to use their intelligence. Use your intelligence. See how you can overcome this obstacle. Pray to the Lord. Seek guidance, right? And then go forth. So then finally, Hanumanji he reaches Lanka and there is Lankini. He just slaps her and right, so many things happen. And then Hanumanji is in search of Mother Sita. So uh, he's searching everywhere in Lanka. Everywhere he's searching. It's completely nighttime by the time he reaches, and then completely at night he's starting to see Mother Sita, to search for Mother Sita, and he's not able to find Mother Sita. Right? In fact, he sees Ravana. He sees him with so many women, and Hanumanji is thinking, "Am I doing the right thing? I'm a brahmachari since birth, and here I am right in bedrooms of Ravana and all, and I'm seeing all these women and all. Am I doing the right thing?" But then he uses his intelligence and he says, if I have to search for Sita, where else am I going to search for her? I have to search for her in where women are staying. Right? So, okay, in the service of Lord Ramchandra, for in this extraordinary situation, it is okay. He goes. And again, he searches in all the palaces, but he is not able to find. Again, he is dejected. But again, he thinks, what should I do? Praise, praise, praise to Lord Ramchandra. And then he spots Ashoka Grove. Oh, this is one area that I have not been to. Right? So again, right? Point is, anytime you feel despondent, meditate on Lord Ramchandra, think about your mission, right? And definitely you will find hope. So again, he goes to the Ashoka Grove, and there he himself witnesses. Ravana comes and he threatens Sita, and the Rakshasis, the way they are threatening Mother Sita, and all of that, right? So, oh, is it? Thank you.
Actually, Tulsi plant which he observed while he was roaming in palace, and he was surprised to see that Tulsi plant because it is in service of Lord Ram. So he thought, how can it be a Tulsi plant in Lanka? So he checked that there was a separate palace where this Tulsi plant was totally blooming, and by the time he was observing that there was Krishna saying Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, and that's why he realized internally how can be such a pious person in Lanka? So he said, I will definitely connect with this person later once I'm done with my service. But meanwhile, Vibhishana observed that there is somebody who is observing me. Is that Lord Ram himself? He asked, he made a gesture of asking, are you Prabhu Ram or are you somebody who is going to bless me? Because Ram has restored me with his blessing. But then Hanumanji told Vibhishana that no, I am you don't get a son without blessings of God. That was the intention there. And after that, they both shared and related that without Ramji's blessing, if somebody sees me, these are words of Hanumanji. If somebody sees me early morning, they will not even get a fruit throughout the day. It's only the blessings of Lord Ram that I am doing their seva, and you are meeting me today. That was the religion. And after that, Vibhishanji guided Hanumanji where exactly Caitanya is there and explained how he can reach Ashokwatika safely.
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hanumanji met Vibhishan in Brahman Vesh. He did not meet him in Vana Vesh. Like the one with Ram and Lakshman, when Sugriv sent him to figure out who are they. He met him in Brahman Vesh. Similarly, he met Vibhishan also in Brahman Vesh.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Actually, Prabhu is speaking about Valmiki Ramayana, and you all know about the Ramcharit.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for your details. Very grateful. Very grateful. So, thank you very much. So, with your blessings, we'll continue. Okay. Thank you. So, yes. So, finally, right? So, again, right? What does Hanumanji do when he sees Mother Sita? Right? What intelligence, right? What intelligence? So, he narrates the story of Lord Ramchandra, right? That itself comforts her so much, right? And then, right, he introduces himself as a servant of Lord Ramchandra. We'll go back to the analogy that we were seeing. Sita desired a golden deer and got kidnapped by Ravan. After that, Lord Ramchandra lamented so much in separation from Sita. You see, when a soul leaves the spiritual world and gets trapped in this material world with our own small desires and whatnot, it is not that only Sita is suffering. Lord Ram is also suffering. Right? When a soul leaves the spiritual world, please understand this. Sapan Prabhu. There is only one Sapan Prabhu in the unlimited spiritual worlds that are there, unlimited material worlds that are there. There is only one devotee of the Lord that is exactly like you. In the entirety of creation, there is no one else like you. Applies to every single person. Lord has a unique relationship with every single living entity. And when the living entity leaves that position and gets trapped in their own small world, in their own small desires, the Lord misses this person. The Lord is missing you. The Lord is missing me like anything. And we are trapped. We don't know how to reach the Lord.
It's a matter of time that the Lord will remove all of our coverings of this lust, greed, anger. Lord will remove for all these anarthas to be removed, even our body, which is a manifestation of our past activities. Even that will one day get destroyed. And then the Lord will be reunited in service with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With that, we'll speak. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Prabhu, do you have time for question answer?